Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Psycho, and today we are going to be. My name is Psycho, and today we're going to be doing a couple of life updates, including one being Prim has just started an amazing garden while I was putting down flooring in our house. sh- She managed to have an amazing garden built out front. Uh, I actually managed to see some of her Gerber daisies actually come into bloom. And I just have to say, I just wanted to praise her very quickly with just how beautiful it was.
Thank you.
Anything for you, darling. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Today we're going to be talking more about lore. Basically, how me and the lovely Prim got to know each other and a little bit about ourselves. For those of you who do not know, my name is Psycho Silvertongue. I am the immortal Lich King here from another dimension to sow havoc and take over the world. Meanwhile, Prim is my lovely partner and the Gardener of Eden, at least formerly.
Formally indeed.
Uh, Now, Prim, would you like to start first by discussing, or would you like me to talk a little bit about myself?
I don't know what to discuss.
All right then. Well, to say this in just short words, I am a king from a far off land. So far off it does not even exist in this universe. Um, I was the son of the king and queen, as most kings and queens end up being. And let's just say that situations spurred in a way that made it so I became king at a bright young age and managed to be king for an entire day before meeting my first untimely demise. Um, while I am quite the man of words, let's just say I couldn't talk myself out of what was going on. They called me Silver Tongue before I ended up having the Silver Tongue, and it was actually them that melted a couple pieces of silver and gave me the silver lined appendage.
Game of Thrones could never.
Uh, but you know why my tongue is actually silver is because I always make sure Prim comes first. She always gets the gold medal in my thing, so I just simply stay with the silver. I compliment you so often, my little darling, and you just.
I don't take well to compliments, but I am who I am because of him. It is because of Psycho that I exist in this plane, I suppose. I mean, I've always existed here, but I've never been out amongst the humans and other creatures of this world.
Well, I mean, you were always, had your hands in the dirt playing with your little plants and animals. So I'd say that if nothing else,
Mhm. Sorry about that.
We just had guests. It's been a while since we actually had guests. I didn't even know they were here.
Anyway, I was the gardener of the Garden of Eden, the most perfect garden in the world, perfection everywhere. And if there's anything to know about it, it's that perfection is boring. Very, very boring.
Well, I mean, you're perfect to me, and you've never been boring. But yes, I could imagine, you know, tending to a garden that's literally perfect doesn't seem like, a fun activity. I'm not exactly the best gardener in the world, but I do believe that half of the point of gardening is, getting rid of the weeds and, the imperfections. So, in a garden where everything's perfect, what exactly is there in the point of a gardener?
Exactly. But yet there I was, many, many, many years.
Well, we all have, our dead end jobs that we just kind of toil away in. I mean, you could have asked for worse.
I suppose. Like a silver-tongued lich king coming and telling me it's time to go.
Well, I mean, I
And me
just
being like, okay.
I just went to the garden, I picked the most beautiful flower, and I took it. I can't help that, it just happened to be you, my rose.
Mhm. Well,
We are just having all the guests today. But yes, so there I was in the garden, and I just ended up, finding this absolute treasure and taking her with me. And I will say, I don't know exactly who made the Garden of Eden, but they do not like it when you touch their things.
absolutely not.
So whenever I ended up taking Prim with me, they ended up doing something to her. I'm not exactly sure of would it be considered the science of it? I don't know. The science or the mysticism behind it, but she ended up changing in a way. Her visage was not the exact same. She actually took on a lot of the similar, like, at least visually, to look very similar to what I do. And it took me eons before I had these beautiful silver locks in my hair, and she basically had them in a day, which I will say, she's always been more talented at looking stunning than me. But still, I don't think that was exactly fair.
Well, management does that to a person.
Hmm, yeah, I mean, I guess you did. Would you consider it being kicked out of your home? I mean, I was the one that took you, so I mean, do you do you think that that's considered like banishment?
Well, I'm not welcome back.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like, getting kicked out and such would do that.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's how I met the lovely Prim.
he's leaving out a lot of details.
I mean, I want them to have at least some kind of guessing work to it. I mean, we've had so much history together that, even if this video was a 24-hour stream, it still wouldn't be able to cover everything about us.
Well, I don't know what to say. I had a long day yesterday. I'm very tired.
Yeah, I mean, you basically planted an entire garden in the span of one day. Meanwhile, I was just, tearing up and putting down the same floor for hours. You know, as an immortal, you kind of get the idea of what it feels like to have an eternity. and then you put a floor down and then realize you made a mistake and have to pick up the same floor and put it back down two, three, four times, and you realize exactly what it is like to be in hell forever.
It's his own personal hell.
Oh, yes. But I mean, I do have a wonderful little demon girl to be with me. But you weren't
True.
even there. You were in the garden. You were just off planting flowers while I was in there just
I was
ripping.
doing what I love.
And I love you, which
Mm.
is why I was putting that floor down for us.
Well, with that, um, I wasn't always a demon. As he just mentioned, I'm a demon. I wasn't always, but I am now because of him.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
mean,
what you would have classified me as before. A holy being, maybe?
a
Not sure.
holy
I don't
being.
remember. It's quite fuzzy.
I mean, I would you be classified as an angel?
I'm not sure. I don't remember anything. I don't remember much about that life at all.
Well, I will say that I remember slightly some stuff, but we've both been through a transformative state. She being the lovely demoness of the garden, and I, your silver tongued darling. But we were not both this before. She, some kind of holy being, I, a mere human from another land. Both of us have our pasts, but now we are who we are now, and we're together. None of y'all saw that, but when I went to touch her, she just shrugged me off.
I'm not a very touchy-feely person.
Yes, her life of just being by herself and planting plants was. She didn't exactly have a lot of contact with the outside world.
I had none whatsoever. That's why I'm very confused by all these things this world seems to offer.
I will say, though, one of her favorite things, which they did not have in the Garden of Eden, dogs.
I love dogs. I
Yes,
love them. I love
apparently
animals.
that is a concept not in the garden. Like they have wolves, and they have like you know
I have to sneeze.
canine. Bless you, my darling. They have canine adjacent things like coyotes, foxes, the like. But it was actually just she had a dog. You know, so she ends up picking up the occasional stray animal, taking care of it for a while. A dog, a cat, a possum, whatever ends up coming into our yard, she'll just feed it little treats and give it little trinkets and send it on its way. Or sometimes, keep it around, depending on whether or not the animal wants to leave or enjoys our company.
It's always what the animal wants first.
Oh, I completely agree. But seemingly a lot of animals end up enjoying whenever they have a place to sleep that's warm and safe and, a supply of food that you can have amply available to them.
Anyway, I'm so sorry. We're not talking much about anything, are we? We're just kind of.
Well, I mean, I got really thrown off by the guests just appearing. We had a lot of guests today, apparently, and I knew about zero of them coming. But besides being, a little discombobulated, I'm just glad that I've managed to see everyone, kind of show up here. I mean, we already have 4 viewers right now. That's crazy compared to what we normally have.
But,
Yes,
Things are
indeed.
really moving along.
Yes, we've actually recently moved into a brand new place, so that's really where a lot of our time is going. That's why we haven't posted very much.
A brand new place with no internet.
A brand new place with no internet.
And
But
we have internet, but it's not good at all. We're working
yes,
on it.
we're actually looking into getting that Elon Musk dot internet or whatever that.
Starlink,
Oh, I don't know what it's called. I just know it's Elon
not
Musk dot
internet.
internet. But yeah, we're looking at Starlink because, our internet's good enough to run Netflix half the time, but if we want to stream or watch our favorite streamers on,
If we both want to watch someone stream, one of us has to watch it, the other person can chat, but we cannot both watch it and chat at the same time.
yeah, it's really a struggle, especially when we have our favorite VTubers coming on.
So most of the time, if Psycho and I are in chat, just know we're watching on one phone and typing separately.
Yes, a phone or the computer, depending on. One time we even put it on the TV, which was interesting.
But I keep thinking of something I'm going to say, and then you start talking and I forget.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I just,
He was going to stream something himself today, but I just didn't feel like setting it up. I am so tired.
yeah, I was planning on streaming a little watch along of a series that I am very interested in, but Prim just wanted to say that, like, she wanted to talk about, like,
It's so easy to set up one brain cell.
it
It is
is.
so easy for me to do this. It is not easy for me to set up the rest of them. And every other time he's tried to set them up, it didn't work. And he never remembers. Psycho has the memory of a walnut. He never remembers how to do things. So he always ends up asking me a million questions, so I just do it for him.
Yes, she walks me along through things. You see, I have lived through so much that, everything kind of just merges together. You know, I have my certain set of skills that I have crafted over a long time, but her being the curious type, she just picks up on everything so easy. Why wouldn't I use her? She's an amazing resource.
Yeah, I'm just a resource to him.
Oh, yes, the best resource.
Anyway, I'm so tired. But hopefully soon, for those that don't know, Psycho and I have laptops. I have a laptop, he has a laptop. His laptop, nothing. Cannot do anything. Cannot run OBS, cannot run his streaming software, cannot run his PNG software, cannot run anything. My laptop can, but I have to use my laptop for other things than VTubing. So he cannot always have my laptop. So that is why his streams are so sporadic, and that is why most of the time it's just us talking together because I have to have room on my laptop for certain things, and we're working on it. Whenever we get Wi-Fi that actually works, we're going to get him a PC that actually works.
And then I'll be playing with the big boys. We're talking about streaming on at least a weekly basis.
Yeah, you'd love to play with some big boys, wouldn't you?
What does that mean? You and you and Cassius just make me so irritated. I swear. It's like you two are working in cahoots against me.
I don't think I've ever spoken to Cassius. He seems nice, but I don't think I've ever spoken to him.
He's not nice. He's actually the opposite. The thing you just said, him being nice, is that's that's just wholeheartedly false.
Everyone in the YoCast is nice.
80% agree with you.
Who do you not agree about?
Cassius, I just said that.
Okay, he seems really nice.
If anything, I might like 90% agree with you just because Romeo is just so sweet that he makes up for 10% of Cassius.
Anyway, I haven't met a streamer that's not. I haven't met another VTuber that's not nice. They're all so nice. I know there's somebody out there that's not, but I haven't met them.
Yes, I will say that I have been gifted enough to only hear about the VTuber drama and not have been a part of any kind of VTuber drama. Like I know that, some things have happened. Everyone has their past or their history, and certain things have been happening with different VTubers, big and small. But I will say that, like, I've not been a part of it or kept myself in the loop enough to be like, oh yes, I know that, such and such is, a terrible person or something like that. Yeah,
I
everyone.
follow a crazy amount of D&D VTubers. So that's pretty much all I see. So Psycho will be like, "Oh my God, did you see this on Twitter?" And I'm like, "No, I saw a bunch of Dragon fan art."
Saw a bunch of Dragon fan. All you're
You know
talking
exactly
about
what I'm talking
is
about.
all you're talking about is Tiefling Melissa
And her friends.
and her friends. It's
But
and her friends. Oh, but
I
I do.
follow like I follow like 30 people. Like I don't follow a lot of people.
Yeah, that is true.
I
I
feel
follow
awkward
a
following
bit.
people, which is bad. I really shouldn't feel that way about following someone, but
Well, I like to follow people depending on like, and I don't want to make it sound like oh they're useful, but like I just find if you're entertaining enough or you have like a skill, like any artist that I follow is more than likely I'm like when I have money, I'm going to commission you.
if I'm being honest, I don't use Twitter a lot. I don't really use any social media a lot. Maybe maybe TikTok. I watch TikTok sometimes at work, but
You won't be doing that for long, the way the government is.
yeah, here in the US.
Spoilers in case any of you didn't know. We have settled down in the United States of America.
I think everyone knew that because where else in the world are they going to sound like cornbread?
Are they going to sound like cornbread? You sound like cornbread.
You sound like cornbread.
Gosh, I love you, darling. You are absolutely amazing. But then you say stuff like you sound like cornbread, and I don't exactly know how to respond to that.
I don't like cornbread. I almost like suffocated trying to eat a piece of cornbread when I was a kid, and I don't like it.
Too much corn, not enough bread.
Literally, I went to someone's house one time. I don't I don't go to old people's houses a lot, but I went to someone's house when I was younger, and she's like, "Oh, my mom made cornbread," and it had pieces of corn in it, like whole kernel corn. I was like, "What is that?" And she said, "It's cornbread. Is that not how your family makes it?" I was like, "No, not at all, not at all." And I do understand there's a type of bread that has a whole kernel corn in it, but no, that's how she thought cornbread was made, and it was made with flour, not even cornmeal. The biggest blasphemy.
I'm sorry, I'm just caught up on the fact that you had cornbread that was made of actual corn.
I can tell you who it was after this street because you know them.
I have a guess on who it is because they seem like the person that would say that
No, you
and would
don't know
be
who it
airheaded
is.
enough to mix in just corn. Just,
I doubt you know who it is.
was it like regular bread?
It was like regular bread, but it wasn't well made bread. You know what I mean?
Well,
It
obviously
was
not. There
kind
was
of
corn
like
in it.
she took an egg and some flour. It's like kind of like she was trying to make a cake, and then she made put corn in it and didn't add sugar.
So bitter bread corn.
I don't know, but it was pretty gross.
I, I, don't you put sugar in regular bread?
Yeah, and in cornbread.
I don't.
I didn't go back to their house.
I visited them once. They gave me bread corn. I never came back. I mean, that's a fair assessment. If someone gave me that, I probably wouldn't go back ever again. That's just that's just weird.
Very, very weird.
I love cooking. Some people should have like not be allowed to cook ever. Like, how do you go from there are people in this world that could do anything with an egg, like make an amazing dish with just an egg and seasoning. And then there's other people in this world that could burn water. And I just don't understand that, like that contrast.
I don't know. I'm tired.
Prim, Prim's very good at baking.
I
Like
love baking.
her one thing is that if she can bake it, she will. Oh, Prim's tiredness is contagious. But she loves to bake. She will bake me, cakes, pies, just about anything to keep me fat. And I do, the grilling and the cooking. We split that mostly though. I
Split the cooking. We don't. I don't grill and I don't fry things. I am
I fry
terrified of
everything.
popping oil.
I will pop myself. I will fry food myself, and it will just be me, shirtless, in the kitchen.
He's a barbarian.
Just me, a nice little pot of oil, me dipping my hands in the oil to make sure it's warm. I'll just throw that shit in there. Just whole chickens, put it in there. Half a chicken, put it in there. A quarter of a chicken,
Okay, we get it.
an eighth of a chicken.
You can stop now.
16th of a chicken. uh, but yes, I'm the one that fries in the house. She's the one that bakes. I'm the one that grills. And we, split up our regular cooking activities. I've actually thought about getting a camera so that I can do some hand cam stuff, just so I could show you some of the cooking stuff that I did. Because one of the recent dishes that I made was homemade chicken parmesan, which happens to be one of Prim's favorites, is just chicken parmesan. So I treated her to an amazing dish.
But he's acting like I didn't tell him how to make it. He's acting like he made this completely from scratch. I taught him how to make it.
You did not teach me how to make it.
Yes, I did.
You taught me how to make the sauce,
I
but
taught you how to make the chicken parmesan. I told you how to do it. I was at work. I have the text messages to prove it.
you don't have to call me out like this. Why are you doing this to me? I treated you to an amazing meal. You know what? From now on, I will only cook her things that I know how to make. If she wants to be
Oh
like, hey,
God,
will you
not
make
boiled
this?
water.
You just wait until you want something fried. The second you want something fried, I'm gonna
Well, it
be like,
looks like
oh,
I'm going to eat only healthy things from now on. Never anything fried.
just because something's not fried doesn't mean it's healthy.
Yeah, but it's gonna be baked because I don't grill either.
I guess that's true. Really, if you take away the grill and the fryer, you only can really
I don't know how to use a grill. I know how to use a charcoal grill, kinda.
you just you just it's just buttons. You're
I,
literally just watching food cook.
I don't know how. My brother told me that it could explode if I'm not careful, and I never touched it.
If we can get 10 likes on this video, I will do a hand cam thing of showing Prim how to use the grill.
Please no. I don't want to learn.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'd never do that to you. She has, her fears, being sheltered as she was. She likes to be adventurous, but some things she just likes to stay in her own lane. That is, of course, not how she drives. She drives the exact same way that, I
I
guess,
drive to get there
and she gets there quickly.
very quickly, much quicker than everyone around me. I'm not afraid of the road or anyone else on it.
No, if anything, they should be afraid. As an immortal, I cannot die, but I still grab the oh shit handle whenever she's driving because
He doesn't too many times, too often.
car crashes hurt.
He does it too often. It's not funny. It's like, why are you doing that? I literally will turn my blinker on and I'm calmly merging into the next lane and he's sitting over there white knuckling the oh shit handle.
Well, when you try to, you know, merge into oncoming traffic with, 18 wheelers and the
I
such.
don't merge into oncoming traffic.
Yeah,
You know what that means? That means they're coming towards you.
I know exactly what that means. I'm saying that
I've
you,
never done that. I did that one time. One time. I just got my license and I had to pull over to the other side of the road and I genuinely didn't mean to.
yes, but
But nothing was coming. The road was empty, so it's fine.
the road was empty, so we're technically good.
You're alive, aren't you?
I'm immortal. We could have gotten hit by an 18 wheeler and I would have been fine.
Mm. Let's test that theory.
You want me to get hit by an 18 wheeler? Okay, everyone. We might just stop stream soon. I fear for my life. But yes, a lot of things are happening in our life. For one, we're looking into some PC stuff. Another, we are looking into actually doing, I think I posted a couple times about this, an Among Us stream pretty soon. Um, when exactly? No idea.
We're discussing it.
Yeah, we're discussing it. I have, excellent friends, several of which have reached out and wanted to, what? Prim?
Nothing.
She's just staring at me. You don't think I have friends? Is that it?
No, it has nothing to do with what you're saying.
Okay. Anyway, I've had excellent friends, some that have reached out wanting to be a part of it. And, one thing they just said, that's just, several of them have been interested, to name a few, you know, the lovely Chew, another one being Sable, Toxic from Prison Moon. Several of them have reached out, just excited and wanting to collaborate. And I will say, for every one of them, they've all touched my heart very deeply. Coming into this community, I didn't know whether or not, a Lich King like me would be accepted, but it seems like every single one of them have just been amazing and open to, collaborating and, being the utmost friendly with me. And I feel like the exact same thing with my lovely Prim here.
Um,
Indeed.
hmm.
Oh, I love it whenever we run out of things to talk about halfway through our stream.
Normally we talk the entire time before the stream and then we just reiterate what we said to each other. But on stream that time, we didn't talk at all before the stream.
Well, I don't think we reiterate. We go back over some things, but we kind of go over it again.
We talk about what we're going to talk about, and we talked about this like 3 days ago. He said he wanted to stream this, and then we were supposed to stream it over the weekend, and then life happened, and we were not able to.
Yeah, but I mean, we got our floor down. We actually get to walk on floor now.
Yeah, because we were just walking on air before.
Oh, I was walking on sunshine.
I walk in darkness. I walk,
Cringe.
I walk on the screams of children.
Don't walk on children.
No, I'm so tired.
Here at One Brain Cell, we do not walk on children.
It's not something we do.
Not something we do at all.
I'm so tired.
Why are you so tired?
I,
We slept so late today.
I didn't. I kept waking up every little bit. I have not been able to have a restful sleep in a long time. I wake up in the middle of the night at least 4 or 5 times with nightmares, like crying nightmares, like, and it's not nightmares like, oh, the boogeyman's gonna get you. It's nightmares like, oh yeah, they killed your family and you're gonna die now. It's horrible. My brain does not like me very much. It's making it very clear that it does not like me. Although I woke up a few days ago from a nightmare. I had tears in my eyes. I don't remember what it was about, but I just remember I was so upset and so scared. So I looked at my phone, saw the time. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Turned over, saw Psycho, freaked out because I forgot that I live with him. Was wondering who's in my bed, why is he here, who is this man? I poked him, and he just kind of like looked at me. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my fiance. And then I went back to sleep.
I love her so desperately. But sometimes she's just so weird. There's nothing like hearing the stories of her dreams at 3 a.m. of her just telling me about how a giraffe tried to kill her.
They're never like that.
They, sometimes the 3 a.m. ones are. I don't know if it's just because I'm also asleep, so I didn't hear half of it and just somehow was like, oh, it's a giraffe.
I have woken you up before crying, and I've been like, I had a dream that my brother died, and you're like, okay. And what did the dog do?
There was a dog in that. You said there was a dog.
It's never that. It's never that. Most of the time he doesn't wake up though. Most of the time he just sleeps through me, lying there sobbing.
Now that makes it sound like I'm a bad person. I do comfort you. I'm just usually you're crying about,
They seem so real. You know what I mean? And I wake up and then I have a hard time differentiating dream from reality. So sometimes I dream about people that actually have passed on, and I dream that I'm experiencing their death again. Some people that I've accepted, some people that I'm still kind of struggling a little bit with. And whenever you dream that you're experiencing this death again, it's very hard to wake up and realize, oh yeah, they're dead, but it was 2 years ago, you know? Then other times you wake up and you're like, oh my god, they're still alive. It's okay.
yes, she's had several times where she's been like, I thought you were dead. And I was like, I, that can't happen, right? And she's like, oh, right.
Well, dream brain doesn't understand that. Dream brain, very mean. Very mean.
You have a very silly brain.
Anyway, you just keep going quiet. and not saying anything. So I'm trying to fill the silence because I didn't put music on this because I keep forgetting to do that. Oh my god, I'm so scatterbrained.
I mean, darling, it's just, whew, it's been a long time since I've been on here. It's been absolutely like a month, and a lot of things have gone down. You know, career changes. Both of us went on a vacation.
We streamed on the vacation.
We streamed on that vacation, but like you know, we actually have a picture from that vacation. There it's us right there. Her so happy to be there. Me.
I was having the time of my life.
Yeah, she was having the time of her life. You should have seen her. She was just like, psycho. They have turkey legs here. And I was like, yeah, you can just get a turkey leg.
I don't
She's like,
think we got one though, and I'm still sad about it.
we never did get one because she kept looking for them and they kept being like, oh no, we're out of turkey legs. And we were like, listen here. I don't care if you're out of turkey legs. I just want to know where to get a turkey leg. And then they tell us, and then we go to the next one, they be out of turkey legs.
No, it was comical. It was, oh, that one doesn't sell turkey legs, but this one over here does. We walk over to this one over here. Oh, we just closed. I'm sorry. And that this one across the park sells it, so we go across the park. Oh, we just closed, but this one over here sells it, and then we go, and it was not fun, but it was comical looking back at it.
No, it wasn't fun.
I got my exercise in that day, and then the big mountain that splashes was closed, and Psycho was upset about it. And I said, "Why are you upset about a mountain that splashes?" And he said, "You don't understand. It's so much fun."
It is fun. And I do want to say that, like, they're not getting rid of it. They're just like kind of overhauling it and having it be different.
They
But
say
like,
that it's much needed. I would not know. But I got to ride a roller coaster. I've never ridden a roller coaster. I've never heard of roller coasters before. Quite fun. But I don't understand the obsession with the mouse. Apparently that's not your roller. That's not your Michael, is it? He's not your roller. I I don't understand the obsession with him.
yes, Mickey Mouse is quite, the obsessive person. He makes a lot of people a lot of money and entertains plenty of, children
Why do you have to entertain children?
because children need to be entertained. It's a way for parents to not have to raise their kids. It's just throw them in front of a television.
They raise their kids?
Yes, unlike some animals that eat their children in the womb, you know,
No, in Eden they just knew what to do.
they just knew what to do. You're just like, oh, yeah, go out and do it. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
This human world is very strange. Very strange indeed.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. But yes, plenty of good news. One thing being that, we will be trying to stream in a more, you know, shaking off the cobwebs is really what we're doing. We're going to try to stream more proactively, stream more often. I'm not promising, 5 times a week or anything like that, but I'm
That's
hopefully,
not um doable with our jobs.
yes, unfortunately, ruling over the world and, from the background of things, but my attempt
It's
to take over is just slow but methodical. So please be patient. Once I take over the world, I'll be able to stream much more often.
it's a busy day. Like a busy job being his right hand and ruling the world. If anyone would like to take the position from me,
Yes, if anyone would like to be my right hand while I do things, please, Sign up now. DM me on Twitter saying, "Hey, I'd like to be your right hand." You know, and whatever that means, whatever I use my right hand for, that'd be what I use you for at that point, I guess. So please, if you ever want to sign up for that, yeah, just sign up. Be my right hand.
Really, anyone that knows what they're doing,
Hmm?
because I don't.
Yes, please know what it means to be someone's right hand. What does that mean? I don't know. Find out.
Apply below.
Apply below. Comment now if you would like to be my right hand.
No, but really, I love being your second in command.
She thinks she's my second in command.
I really wish you were nicer to me.
I am the nicest to you.
One of the checkpoints on Are You Psychos type thing you did was Psycho bullies you, and I was the only one that checked that off because you were nice to everyone except for me. That's a lie. He's bullies a lot of people.
But I want to say one thing, okay? I do not bully everyone I like.
I told him that his Discord mods are gonna start a union for all the bullies.
I do like all my Discord mods. I
They're gonna
love
go on
them.
strike.
I love them so much. They are amazing. But just because I bully you does not mean that I like you.
Yeah,
It means that I like to
I
bully
mean that I
you.
like you.
It just means I like to
It's
bully
not like
you.
I like you or anything.
Baka.
No, he's genuinely a nice person sometimes when you get to know him.
He's genuinely a nice person when sometimes you get to know him. I love that.
You're a
She,
nice person some of the time.
yeah, I try to be a nice person some of the time. But sometimes people are just, you know, some people just need a stern talking to get better. You need someone to look at them and be like, "Hey, I'm tired of your shit."
Yeah, you need that.
Some people definitely need that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know who this you is you're talking about, but there are plenty of people that could use a stern talking to.
Anyway, I feel like we have just been rambling.
Honestly, that seems like what we always do is we just come on here, we ramble, we talk, but like it seems like it's just not the same today. I don't know.
I don't know, I'm just um I do know. I don't know. I see in the future you streaming. I see you streaming. I see you playing video games and stuff and having a good time. I don't see that for myself. So I don't ever know what to talk about. Because I want to do that. It sounds fun. I would love to do that. I just don't see that for myself because I have a hard time putting myself out there. I have a hard time entertaining.
I'm sorry. I just went on and I got the favorite thing that everyone loves is a message from a bot account.
Oh, I just got one of those.
Yeah, apparently
Said,
they
hey,
wanted to
how
know,
are you?
do you want to get some art from me? I'm doing art commissions and I can do it really cheap, whatever you want. You want some like art? Give me your money. Art.
Um,
But yeah, before I could even respond to them, it Twitter had said like, yeah, this person's a bot, so we kind of took away their account, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
nice. I I don't know.
Well, I mean, I know the games that you like to play.
I know, but I don't like to play a lot of games. Like I will not play a horror game. Will not. Sorry, not doing it.
I'm so excited to play some horror games.
I'm not. I can't. I'll pee my pants. And I can't live with the thought that I peed my pants on stream.
Are you kidding me? You peeing your pants? That would get so many views.
I feel like anyone that watched my streams would get so sick of watching Stardew Valley and
I'm going to.
Undertale and Breath of the Wild and stuff like that.
That is the definition of what people go to streams for.
Yeah, but that's all I would do.
You wouldn't play Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons, but we don't really have a party. I know of VTubers that play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know any personally. You know?
No, I don't. I know people personally that do.
I'm talking about me.
I mean, I know a few, but like that's just, you know, some people talking. I've
See,
never.
if someone doesn't talk to me first, I will never talk to them. I don't put myself out there. I don't message people first. I don't do that. Psycho's all about that. I'm not.
I am our mouthpiece. If
I
if
am
you wanted to put it
incapable.
into Dungeons and Dragons, I am the bard of the group. Take that exactly as what you would think of a bard.
I'm incapable of doing such a thing.
She is the very sweet and cute druid of the group. She likes it to play with her little plants.
He says that, but I've only ever played as a druid one time. And I love that character. That character is very near and dear to my heart. But that character is weird. Sometimes you create a character and you're like, yes, it's gonna go like this, and this is gonna be this character's personality, and this is gonna be who this character is. And then as the game goes on, you
Leroy Jenkins.
just kind of spiral down, and it's just like, what has this character become? And then it's a hot dumpster fire. But you still love them.
Yes, yes. I mean, they're essentially, they're you, of course, because you're betraying them, but they're also like a child to you. You watch them grow, develop, get stronger, go through the journey. Because that's really what all Dungeons and Dragon is, a story of personal growth for any and all characters. And then you get the murder hobos.
Murder hobos.
Oh, that's a phrase for Dungeons and Dragons, just meaning, you know, they do nothing, they just kill. That's their entire job as a party.
Oh yeah, we had one of those.
Yes, he just kept killing and killing and killing. I mean,
Anyway, we're gonna have more interesting streams one day. Hopefully later, like sooner, rather than later, but not today. I'm so tired. I didn't want to stream, but Psycho was like, but I told them I would.
yes. So yeah, I think that this should probably just be getting close to the conclusion of the stream.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It was so boring. It's
Mm,
also Monday afternoon. Like, people are at work, at school. People are busy. I really wish we could have done it over the weekend.
yeah, I feel like it would have been better. We had a lot more energy over the weekend, but then, things went wrong and things went hard. So, I mean, it's whatever.
It's how life works.
Yes, life doesn't always work to your advantage, but it still works. So, I just want to tell everyone here, you're absolutely amazing, darlings. And if you manage to catch my stream, know that you are near and dear to my heart.
And sorry, it's just the way it is.
All right. Well, darlings, I'd like to say I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Goodbye.